Welcome back to Untold Secrets of Ancient America. Today, we journey far north, into the icy extremes of the Arctic, to uncover the remarkable story of the Inuit and Thule cultures. These were not merely survivors of a frozen world, they were masters of it. When we think of ancient America, we often picture mound cities or jungle temples, but the Arctic was home to one of the most adaptive and resilient cultures on Earth. The Thule people, ancestors of today's Inuit, began expanding eastward from Alaska around 1000 CE. Within just a few centuries, they spread across the entire Arctic, from Alaska to Greenland, a migration of over 3,000 miles, done without modern tools, roads, or vehicles. But their story begins even earlier, with the Dorset culture, a mysterious people who lived in the Arctic before the Thule. The Thule didn't just replace the Dorsets, they brought innovations that transformed Arctic life. So how did they thrive in such a harsh landscape? The Thule, and later the Inuit, were ingenious engineers of survival. They built skin-covered boats like kayaks and umiaks to hunt sea mammals. Their homes were made of whale bones, driftwood and sod, and yes, sometimes ice blocks like the famous igloo. They hunted whales using coordinated teams and harpoons. Their survival depended on mastering the habits of walruses, seals and caribou, often tracking migrations over hundreds of miles. They invented tools perfectly adapted to their world: snow goggles to prevent snow blindness, parka-style clothing from animal skins for insulation, dog sleds to traverse the ice, and perhaps most impressive, a finely tuned understanding of ecology, astronomy, and navigation in one of the planet's most challenging environments. The Thule and Inuit were not just skilled hunters, they were deeply spiritual people. Their belief systems centered around animism, the idea that all living things, and even natural forces like wind and water, have a spirit. Shamans played a crucial role as healers, mediators with the spirit world, and keepers of knowledge. Carvings and oral stories depicted a rich mythology: the Sea Woman, a powerful spirit who controlled animal availability; shape-shifting beings, capable of moving between animal and human form. Their art, often carved from ivory, bone, and stone, was intricate, symbolic, and deeply tied to survival and spirituality. One of the great mysteries of Arctic archaeology is the disappearance of the Dorset culture. When the Thule began their expansion, the Dorset had already occupied much of the eastern Arctic for centuries. There's little evidence of conflict between the two, and almost no cultural blending. Some scholars believe the Dorsets may have already been in decline due to climate shifts or resource depletion. Others wonder if disease, isolation, or even spiritual taboos played a role in this mysterious transition. Either way, by the 15th century, the Thule had replaced the Dorset entirely, ushering in the Inuit cultural era. The Thule people did not vanish. Their descendants, the Inuit, still inhabit the Arctic today, from Alaska to Greenland. Despite colonization, climate change, and the pressures of modernization, Inuit communities continue to speak their language, practice traditional hunting, and pass down ancestral knowledge. They are living proof that ancient cultures are not frozen in time. They evolve, survive, and endure. The story of the Inuit and Thule is one of resilience, ingenuity, and respect for the land. From bone tools to sea hunting, from myth to migration, they reveal a world of ancient secrets few ever explore. If you enjoyed this journey, be sure to like, subscribe, and join us next time as we uncover more untold secrets of ancient America.